Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy Yasir Jones. Hold on, y'all. Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy Yasir Jones coming to y'all live, representing I Exist. I Exist Entertainment. Whoa, sound crazy. And today's topic is going to be about wealth disparity. For those who don't know, I Exist is about mental health. To raise awareness. Why does it sound like this? It's about raising mental health awareness. Okay, there we go. Through the clothing line and giving those who don't have a voice, those who suffer in silence. That's what I Exist is about. It's time for y'all to come and join me. Today's podcast is going to be about wealth disparity, and we're going to get all over it. Waiting on my co-host to tap in, Mr. Austin Brunswick. But until then, we can always start with the quote of the day. And the quote with wealth is, your net worth is your net worth. Your net worth is your net worth. You know what I mean? Whoever whoever you in your circle, as far as what they doing in their life, the type of money they getting, that's going to determine how far you go in life. It's determined by your circle. So surround yourself with people who got an entrepreneur mindset, entrepreneurial spirit. So that way, y'all can exchange information and resources. That's what it's about when you building wealth. I'm waiting on Mr. Austin Brunswick to come through so we can go ahead and talk. I'm going to define what wealth disparity is, and we're going to go from there. We're going to vibe out. I need y'all with me right now. You know what I mean? Things moving kind of slow right now. Wait for my boy to tap in. We're going to go from there. But, yeah, wealth disparity. It's a major thing right now going on in society. And we want to get on that. We want to figure out why that is. Here we go right here. Here you go. Mr. Brunswick. Come on in. Again, this your boy Yasir Jones representing I Exist Entertainment. Coming to you live and direct. He's about to come on now so we can discuss this. After he makes the introductions, we're going to go in about what wealth disparity is while we're discussing this topic and, a variety of things. How it got to be what it is and the after effect. That's what this nice topic's on. Mr. Austin, what's going on, buddy?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
Right. I'm here. I'm here.
Well, already go ahead. I already gave him the quote and introduced myself. Go ahead, let the people know who you is and what you're about.
Austin Brunswick, founder of Worldwide Enterprises. All your content, social media needs, commercials, music videos, product videos, everything's high quality. I'm an AI certified specialist. Just come check me out. We scale your business globally, and make you famous. So just check us out. All right.
So, wealth disparity. So, I'm gonna define what wealth disparity is for y'all. For those who do not know, wealth disparity is the unequal distribution of assets among people. Wealth include things like savings, property, investments, businesses, inheritance. These are some of the things that wealth represents. Uh, Another thing. So we want to discuss why is it that why is it that so many people are poor now? Why is it more poor people than rich people nowadays? Why is the economy shifting that way? As y'all go from state to state, you notice there's more and more homeless people throughout these states and cities. Why do you think that is? Why is there such a huge financial gap between different ethnicities. Why do you think that uh, you know political influence has such a huge impact on economics, the economy? Why is it that, or is it that the poor, all the poor in the world, are against the 1% in the world? Who is this 1%? Are people who are, financially wealthy beyond imagination? You know, stability during emergencies. A lot of people right now in today's society don't have stability during like they don't have 10 grand in a bank account for an emergency for a rainy day, even 5 grand. A lot of people don't even have 3,500 in their bank account for a rainy day. Um, the cost of living is high everywhere. Like I just found out, if I'm not mistaken, cost the minimum wage out here is 750, 725 still. And where you at, Austin, I think it's $15 an hour. We're not,
Yeah,
and
something
that's a
like that.
completely smaller state.
Hmm.
And last time I checked, taxes is crazy out here. You'll get taxes for looking at a person. Like the taxes
Mm.
is enormous in North Carolina.
Mm.
Whether that be coming to your car, your property taxes, you get taxed just for changing your ideal. You getting taxed for everything. The basic necessities you getting taxed for. Um, and you got to think, where's all this money going to? All of it's not going to the roads, infrastructures, and construction work and all that, as they say it does. Um, all of it is not going to the welfare system, because Trump is already Trump. He's cracking down on that. He's already cracking down on that.
Mm.
Um, where do you think the majority of the people who are wealthy get their money from? What you think, Austin?
Well, I feel like it starts from education. I mean, it's the system, but I feel like it's like we got to be aware of like the design of the system, and I feel like education is one form of their design where they teach, like we saying the 1%, they teach that 1% ownership. So that kind of separates us and them because every day we wake up, wake up to pay off something. You know what I'm saying? So, but the difference to them is they actually own what we're paying rent to. If you get me. So on that note, the education barrier, I feel like is uh like the fence they put on us
Right,
because we don't understand ownership. So all we gonna do is we gonna do what we pretty much told, is pretty much wake up, go to work, pay your bills.
right. So
You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
education does play a vital role in the wealth gap,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to talk about that systematic factors and policy factors. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and you just made some very valid statements, like tax laws being one of them,
Mm-hmm.
housing policies, lending practices, and historical discrimination. These is all systematic things that help control and dictate how society uh, operates.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's very important that we become aware of economics. I'm trying to find a word for it because it's two different types of markets. Seriously, and not even looking at it from a racial standpoint. You got black economics, who basically people. You know what I mean? They say that we are the biggest consumers. Like we are, like, we are the biggest spenders. I don't know how true that is, but it's been said. Um, but this also could be due to a lack of education, like you said before.
Yeah.
I
Like,
know that education would change the scenario if we were, taught trades at a younger age.
right, which, but what you're saying right there is basically assets versus income. So this is the difference of our lifestyle is income, their lifestyle is assets. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they think different because they're educated different. We think different because we're not educated. So we think different off of income. I need a salary. I need to make money. I need to make enough money to pay my way of living, to then save some money so I can enjoy my way of living, pretty much. And that's an income based mind, pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with that being said, that's what separates them and us is them knowing finances, which I'll get to next, because this is just education part. The next part is finances, which is actual design and system that they actually created, pretty much. That you got to understand that game to leverage yourself, and
Right.
that's something else in education that we're not taught in our community is leverage. And leverage has a lot to do with networking, being in rooms with people who uh, could help scale you on the whatever niche you in or whatever. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Um, going to throwing different balls and galas and stuff like that for districts and representatives to get your point across or campaign across, like stuff like that we don't understand that can help you a whole like your business or whatever basically. But that's just what separates us though. It's this education thing.
So you think education is the most important one?
It's the it's that it's the yeah it's the number one. It's the number one.
So
Yeah, and I'm not talking about one plus
what
one.
about environment? Do you think
Yeah.
environment plays a major role in the wealth gap?
I mean, your environment comes from education though.
Huh?
The environment is the education. So the less education with the environment is going to be terrible. So it still comes down to education.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
But when I say like where you grew up at, like that matters. Like, do you know that like how they police? Okay, we're getting a little bit off topic. So, but
All
like
right.
everything is geographical. Like
So
everything is based on demographics due
as far
to
as what, business, as far
because
as what business or
the stores that go in certain neighborhoods,
mm-hmm,
to the pricing, to the type of items they sell, according to the area and
right,
according to the ethnicity
right.
of the people that live in here. So all this is
It's part of business. It's how
right.
it's how you basically strategize and make your money more efficiently. Demographics, but this comes back to education. You know what I'm saying? To help scale you.
You should you said this comes back to education.
Yeah, this is stuff they know. This is stuff that they know that okay, as far as demographics, this demographic is going to pay for this at this level because the medium household only makes this much. You know what I'm saying? Just little things like that, basically. Um, but it just helps you save money from actually testing and testing the market and this and that. It helps you just strategize. You know what I'm saying? Make the most of your money.
And you know what's crazy that you would think that the average person would get more of a cut tax break than the person who owns a business, but it's actually the opposite way around. A person who works a 9 to 5 get taxed more money than a person who has a corporation,
Exactly.
a small
Exactly.
business,
Exactly.
because they're providing a service and contributing back into the community. And this is why
Exactly.
it's so small. And then it gets even smaller by the things that they mark off, like receipts,
Mhm.
business, mileage, clothing, lunch, the list goes on. But but who has time? Who has the time to sit there and read a thick tax book? Nobody's doing that, except the people who are going to school for accounting and trying to work for the IRS.
Well, that's the whole point of having a community. We all help each other.
And this is true, which is leading me back to my point. why there's so many poor people. When it's
So,
educated people in these poor communities, just because you're educated don't mean that you're not poor. So let's
but
make that clear too, because just because you're educated don't mean that you're not poor or you know you know exactly what to do. That just means you got the knowledge. Because you got the knowledge,
mhm.
you got the understanding, and that don't mean that you know how to you would know how to apply it. So what's the difference?
So so you saying that somebody knew that all I gotta do is get a LLC, get my EIN, get this certain slip to go to the bank to get my funding for the first time. I'm a small business owner, SBA loans. You think I'm gonna still just be homeless, or because I got knowledge of that and I
Yeah,
don't?
because now the back end to that question is if he knows all this and he hit rock bottom, why is he still homeless? Why is she still homeless?
Hmm,
You understand what I'm saying? If you know more than the average person, then why would you still be in your situation? Is that pure laziness, or
hmm,
you know so much, about that quality of life that you don't even have it in you to fight that fight?
hmm,
So knowledge is definitely key. Remember, I
hmm,
always say information changes the situation.
hmm. I got a line right here. It says, "Employees earn income, owners accumulate assets."
Correct. So if you like passive income, name some things that are passive income.
Sure.
Real
I
estate
mean,
being um like investments in bonding, bonds, stocks and bonds,
mhm. You said assets.
assets.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
What
shit,
I say?
expensive
I said
jewelry. I mean,
I said passive.
cars. Oh,
You know,
passive income. Passive
yeah,
income.
passive income.
Oh, my bad. Passive income. I mean, content creators, social media management managers. Uh, shit, car detailing. Shit. I mean, all you gotta do now is go to ChatGPT and type it in.
You got beauticians, barbershops,
Yeah.
others. Like I believe that being an auto mechanic is a passive income.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I suggest for those who haven't read this book, this is a great book.
What's that?
Rich Dad Poor Dad. What the rich teach their kids that the poor dad don't. What the poor don't teach their kids. Rich Dad
Mm-hmm.
Poor. I suggest that you read that book. It'll help you understand how they classify it. It'll help you understand what a passive income is. Um, it'll help you understand what a fixed income is. It'll help you understand investments aside from saving. Why investing is better than saving,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll help you with your money management skills and doing the things that you need to do, whether that be investing money into a car business or trying to real estate, investing in real estate. It gives you some type of idea or give you some type of blueprint to help you with this. So this book is just one of many. Um, it's another one. It's another book called one of the Roman books, man. Basically, the concept is this. I'll explain the concept. The concept is where okay, you for every 10 pennies that you make,
Mm-hmm.
you save 10% of whatever you make. You save 10%. Now, once you make at least if you got half of your check put up, then you start saving 20%. Then you start using that to invest in something else. You still keep putting you still now the percentage of what you saving it goes up. But the money that you saving, you taking half of that and you investing in something to where you can make money while you sleep. So now you gonna have two streams of income in. Then you take that money and you put it in a different investment. So this investment is still going to cover for this investment. The next investment is going to cover for the next investment. And then you keep going like that until you build up 7, 8 streams of income. And now we get to talk about, you living a different type of quality of life. You living better. This is financial, what do you call this? Increasing your financial IQ. Being financially aware. Most people don't know how to properly budget. Most people spend beyond their means. This is where also the wealth disparity becomes. This is where it becomes bigger. The gap between the rich and the poor becomes bigger as well. Like he says, education. So if you wasn't taught the value of money, the difference between saving and investing, about having an emergency fund, what to invest in, and 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be struggling. And a lot of people live beyond their means, in order to either impress people or, to chase that feeling.
So basically,
Impulsiveness. It's also impulsiveness.
so basically,
You got, huh?
no, I was saying it sounded like it was like you were saying like the scarcity mindset versus the abundant mindset.
Yeah, like so. If you always treat a dollar like you're gonna lose it, you're gonna save it. You're gonna try to hold everything you can. But you saving money ain't gonna help you gain wealth, because you only if you stop working or something happen, that money is getting spent. And if you don't have no stream of income, then you only spending what's in that account. If you got money in your account, it's just sitting. It's not investing. It's not flipping. The goal is to make your money work for you, not you work for money for the rest of your life. And that's another thing, to invest in yourself. Entrepreneurship is a major thing. Getting inside the growth mindset rather than the fixed mindset and staying content with what you have. Instead of growing, appreciating what you, I'm saying, appreciate what you got, but grow and want for more. Have some type of ambition. Want more for yourself. Is what I'm saying. So these are things that
I got a question though. Even are we as our community, are we today the problem with our where our money goes in our community, due to our music and the influence of how to deal with our money?
Are you asking me, is black people the problem with how the money is going in our community?
Yeah.
It's lack of education. It's back to what you said before. If you don't have like the teachers, the first teachers is the parents. So if they're not teaching you about money at a young age, to start with a little piggy bank and start with chores and paying you for doing the chores, little stuff like that, just creating that hustler mindset at a young age. And then when you get, in high school, was it 16 that you were able to get a job, and you're not like putting a little pressure on them to get a job, and teach them how to be responsible with their money. You can even start with having pets, just being responsible, just teaching them some type of form of responsibility and then accountability. Start there.
Yeah, we
But the little
I
piggy
feel like
bank,
I
them
feel
wasn't
like
their favorite toy or their favorite game or favorite snack. You know what I mean? To teaching them how to save it, or like, if you do this, and they get a bunch of snacks, and now they got a little stand where they're selling their favorite snack. And now they just doubled their money. So now they got money to buy their favorite snack to eat, and money to reinvest and flip in that. Look at the lemonade stands. Look how many lemonade stands got popping, in the street and on Shark Tank. Look how some of the simple things turned into big things. That's major. That's a major thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when we talk about uh, financial security and wealth disparity, when you go to the average household, they working for financial security. They're not working to accumulate wealth.
Mhm.
They're working to survive, to pay their bills. Now, when you go to a different community, you meet these people with Fortune 500 companies. Even if they don't got one, they got a nice business where 7 6 incomes, where they're millionaires, and their quality of life is completely different. One, on the other hand, you go to certain communities, they carry cash all the time. These people carry cards. It's a big difference. But sometimes they might you got, aside from those two, you got these two, you got this group over here, they just use credit cards. They don't even use their bank card unless it's
Mhm.
absolutely necessary. But they have the money
Mhm.
on their debit cards.
But this the thing
They
I was
also
gonna
carry
say.
cash.
Like we don't got a problem making money. Like the thing is we spend it. It's the direction that where we spending the money at. Like
Again, I think it all leads back to what you said at first. Education is key
lot
when it comes to
and
finance,
I'm
when it comes
right,
to stability,
right.
when it comes to investing in entrepreneurship,
Mm-hmm.
comes to goal setting financially. Like even still, like the
Mm-hmm.
wealth gap. A lot of people who are rich are married.
Mm-hmm.
That represents stability. Again, so when you look at that, even if they don't even like each other, even if that's the case, like that represents stability. That
Mm-hmm.
you know, it shows other people, because if you single, you rich, but you single, everybody in this room married, it don't really look like you got stability in their eyes. That's a whole different tax bracket. You single and we married, I got a whole different tax bracket. Me and my, you know what I mean? Me and my wife gonna be in a whole different tax bracket just because we married. You see what I'm saying? And she can work for the company. So when we talk about financial stability, we have to consider credit. Credit's a big thing too. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? What you do with your credit, how you use it. That plays a major factor too. And being
Mm-hmm.
able to get a loan from the bank. It goes back to the systematic measures and policies and the factors that we discussed before as to why the huge the gap is becoming bigger. Why is the gap becoming bigger between the rich and the poor? Why is classism why is that a thing? Why is classism a thing? Um,
That's
that's just not in the U.S. It's heavy in India. It's heavy in other countries too.
but that's where the separation kicks in that everybody's coming here to work and become be earners, getting multiple jobs and this and that. But the 1% is actually the ones getting the loans, getting the federal loans to build up facilities for earners to come in to work. You know what I'm saying? So once again, it's like back to ownership. Like
I mean,
that's all they think about.
you got to think it's different ways that it's different people who have gotten some money, right?
Hmm.
Like Mark Zuckerberg, he created this app while he was in college, Facebook,
Hmm.
and boom, multimillionaire.
Hmm.
Uh, some became multimillionaires fresh out of high school. This is with no inheritance. Then you have to consider the ones with inheritance. You feel me? Those who have inheritance, and then how they carried the business on, or what they did with the money if the family didn't have a business, what they did with the inheritance. It's just generational wealth. Like certain families that we know of, they have generational wealth, and they have so much money that they can never spend it all in one lifetime.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying? So, and it just comes full circle. Because if we friends and you come from money and I got some money, but I don't got as much as y'all, we sharing each other resources. This is why network. This is why network is your net worth.
Mhm.
This is why that is a saying. This is why this is going on. Everything come full circle.
Mhm.
So you got to remember, um, you have to put yourself in those rooms and put yourself in position to have the right opportunity so that you can build wealth.
Mhm.
Whether that
Oh,
you, whether that you building a career so that you can initially invest in yourself in that same career field, you know what I mean? Or, you just stay there and you invest inside the stock at your company that you work for. So that way,
mhm.
while you ain't working, your money making money. While you is working, you making that's like a side hustle. Your money making money for you.
Mhm.
Either way, it's a win-win.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Especially because now they got the stock apps, certain apps where you invest money in it, and you can have it stop at a certain point where you don't have to sit in front of the screen all day and watch your money. That's a plus. App, like the Forex app, the Acorn app, the list goes on. It's endless. There's plenty of apps um, that you can go on to invest your money. One of the most basic ones is Facebook. I'm sorry, I just say Facebook. Cash App. Well, they got some on there.
Mhm.
Um, but yes, education is a must when it comes to financial stability.
And I'll just say
Like,
ownership, ownership. I mean, for example, like Jeff Bezos owns Amazon, so Amazon workers have a place to work at. NBA team owner owns a team, so NBA players could play in that team, play for that team. A record label owns a record label, so artists can perform for this label. You know what I'm saying? So it's like be the owner, have a platform where people rent to you. You know what I'm saying? Pay you you know what I'm saying, for their services or whatever like that, or to get on or get attention or whatever. Basically, whatever your platform is, to be the owner. That's the difference. That's the gatekeeping they've been doing. You know, it's just assets versus liability, pretty much. Owners, they own assets.
right, and you know what? A lot of people don't understand the difference between a liability and an asset. Do you tell them the difference between a liability and an asset?
The difference
Yeah, between a liability and an asset.
is just debt versus ownership, pretty much.
It's all
So
debt.
I'm saying that. Yeah, it's like you putting yourself in debt. So if it's like if I how can I say this? My asset is if I pay off this car versus I'm gonna purchase this $20,000 car that I'm gonna be paying off for 10 years. That's
Right.
a liability because anything can happen. I could lose my job. Uh, the house could burn up. I mean, anything could happen, basically. Rainy, anything. So now I'm put myself in liability now because now I have a negative on my net worth now because I have to pay something off because the bank already took that off. I need that. I need that from you. So you're going to pay me back until, you know what I'm saying? Rather
Yeah.
than I pay this car off that costs 2 grand or whatever, 10 grand, whatever. I paid it off. It's mine now. So whatever I do to it now, that's my asset forever. Now, if I put a new engine in it, I put a new uh wrap, everything on it, tires, suspension, wheel bearings, everything. Um, Made out of gold or anything basically. It's an asset. You know what I'm saying? I own it basically. I put a price on it now. You know what I'm saying? Same
Yeah.
thing with like owning like an office space or a building or I own this, meaning that now if I set it up in a way, people are gonna come here to pay me to rent to do something in it. That's ownership. That's making passive income. That's uh having an asset. That's pretty much equity. You know what I'm saying? So it's just own, you know what I'm saying? Own stuff. Get into owning stuff.
So, what do you think is the perfect investment right now?
Perfect investment right now.
Right now,
I mean, depending on like your what the, how much you bringing in now.
I mean, all right. For those who's not bringing in that much, what is the perfect investment for them?
Perfect one. I would tell them to learn how to do foreign exchange, the foreign exchange trading.
Are you talking about agriculture, or are you just talking about the currency, U.S. currency?
The currencies, trading, the foreign exchange. I would say get into that. Then when I say you can get into that because you could start off with $100
Yeah.
and you can make that $100 in a month if you really dedicated uh to 10 grand. Then you can make that 10 grand to something else. So always having that in your head as a make your money, make money.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
key.
Yeah.
You always use
So
other people money to invest. Like, well, to start your process and to open it up. Use your
right.
money. Put your
Yeah,
money to the side. You know what I
the
mean?
the foreign exchange is almost like it's the
Use
same
your
thing.
money in order, just in case you need to pay them back, in case these things don't
Right.
work out the way it's
Right.
supposed to. See, it's
Hmm.
different. People think different. When it's your money, you think different. When you use somebody else, you're willing to take more risks, and that's the problem. You can't be afraid to take risks.
Return
Risk is
of
a
the
big thing.
re, return on investment.
Don't be afraid
That's
to
it.
take risks.
That's
You have
the
to
main.
take risks. Sometimes you just gotta avoid it altogether. It's all about how you manage risks.
Hmm.
So don't be afraid. It's gonna happen. You have to take that leap of faith somewhere. You have to step somewhere. You have to.
Hmm.
It's gonna happen either
But
way.
but you
But
got
you can
prepared.
do
You
it
got
now or later.
yeah. You got to prepare yourself though.
Yeah, I mean, first off, you have to have the winner's mindset.
Yeah, you got to prepare yourself.
Just because you're not in the best financial position right now, don't mean that you're broke.
Educate yourself.
Again, you're in a financial transition. Being broke is permanent. When you're in a financial transition, that's temporary.
Mhm. Like it's so much stuff out here that you could like own. Like you could actually go into a shell. I believe it's called a shell company, where you could buy these old companies that's sitting on shelves for a negotiation price, and now you own a company. You have a company. You know what I'm saying? That's already been set up. That's already got. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of ways out here. It's just educating yourself to put yourself in those opportunities.
So these shells companies is like a ghost company. It's like a front. It's like how can I say this?
Well, but a lot of people do use them due
It's a
to the
company for
fact.
another company for liability purposes. In case somebody try to sue them, you're not suing me. You're suing that company. That company because this business is underneath that company.
I mean, if that's in the whole, that's if that company's under the holding. It's like in a holding firm or something like that. But that's deep. That's a whole nother monster.
Yeah,
But
but that's for fun. But these are things that create wealth disparity.
hmm hmm
These are things that make the gap bigger because when you don't know better, you don't choose better.
hmm
So you go for anything that sound a little like you go for anything that sound like something.
hmm
Um, this is why it's good to stay up on the cost of living. It's good to stay on what I mean, have a budget. It's good to invest. It's good to keep up with your peers and
hmm
know what's trending and what's hot.
hmm
So, it can that can contribute to your ideas and the things that you're trying to create for
hmm
yourself as far as business is concerned.
hmm
Um, this right here this conversation is major, especially for specific communities for those who don't have mentors and people who are willing to educate them and
hmm
don't want nothing in return but to see you win. But first and foremost, the mindset is everything. The wealth disparity is huge because the mindset. You have to change your mindset. You can't have the mindset of a loser trying to win. How you going to do that being pessimistic?
Mhm.
Every time a situation happens, you're looking at it from a negative point of view instead of trying to find a positivity in everything that's going on.
Do you think we could break into the 1%?
Uh, Very rare. No, very rare.
In my opinion, I
Because the 1% is still making money as you're trying to build money to get there.
in my opinion, I feel like with all this technology and all this pretty much technology in our hands, I feel like we can break into it because I feel like the 1%, it's not a club. I feel like it's just they it's a strategy. The strategies they know.
So when we say the 1%, who exactly are we talking about? Like,
We
are we
talking
talking
about
about
we talking about
all the grocery stores?
we talking about the owners, the ones that own the Pepsis, the colas, the supermarkets. We talking about the owners, the ones that control our living, our well being, pretty much.
In
That's the
every
one
aspect.
percent. That's the 1%. That's who when you hungry and you go to that store, you're looking forward to that 1% who runs that chain, who runs that franchise. You know what I'm saying? That's the 1%. That's the owners. That's all they are.
Do you believe that the government is a part of this 1%?
I believe that the
Might
1%.
be, might be a little conspiracy, y'all, but I'm just saying.
No, no, no. I believe that the 1% uses strategies to gain from the government. I don't believe they are the government. I believe the 1% are people that are slick with the strategies to gain their advantage in this capitalist system.
A lot of strategies. I suggest that also y'all go read the book Behold the Pale Horse.
That's it. That's one
So
of my favorites. One
in
of
the
my
book,
favorites.
in the book Behold the Pale Horse, they talk about how the government uses different strategies, especially demographics being one of them. But
Mm-hmm.
information off of Google, uh, the most researched things, different data that's being used off the internet, the apps that you download on your phone that track the things that you click on, use, look up. All this helps um, determine uh, what's trending, what's selling, um, what ethnicity and race is buying it. Um,
Yeah. That's how I find my information for my products. I go to Google Trends. It gives me the race, the topic, the trend, the everything. It's crazy, but it
and
works.
also another thing that plays in the wealth disparity, the major wealth gap is your time.
Excuse me.
What are you doing with your time?
Mm-hmm.
How much uh,
Mm-hmm.
are you investing your time into yourself, into your ideas, into your
Mm-hmm.
goals? Uh, you know, and finding the correct information, researching. There's public libraries out here. You got people who will teach you. You got seminars out here, classes out here. You have to educate yourself. You got colleges out
Mm-hmm.
here.
All
Um,
right.
you got different types of funding out here. You
Yeah.
have
I
communities out here
mean,
that will support you as
uh,
long as you're. Say that again.
oh no, keep going. I was going. I'll go after you, Don.
You got people out here who are willing to help you if they see that you're actually trying.
Mm-hmm.
And, like Shark Tank, for a prime example. Look at Shark Tank. You know, these people out there just willing to, help. That's willing to see you win because when you help it, you help society.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you open up a business or something, you help society. You're not just helping yourself. You're helping the community as a whole. This is why you get the tax deficit. This is why the
Yeah.
government, lessen your taxes. They help you in
Come up with
return.
a plan. Your plan, your business plan is your go-to for all your funders. Always remember that. Have a business plan always on hand.
For sure.
If you take your business serious. If you take your business serious.
You got to keep a business plan. He who fails the plan plans to fail.
You know what I'm saying? So
He who fails the plan plans to fail. So you got to have a plan.
I mean,
You have
I
to
got a
stick to
good
it. Don't break
I got
don't
a
break that for nobody. When people sleep, you should be up reading. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room. You just got to get there first.
And I got a good point, a good line right here where I say the 1% don't trade time for money; they own systems. So, for example of that is every day we wake up, we need something. I need to eat. I need to brush my teeth. I need to wash my hair. I need to do something. Brush. I need lotion for my face. I need something.
Right.
Learn to own something in those lanes of life. You see what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
easy. It's easy to be owner of something. Learn what we need as humans, and then learn how to design and create it of that need and own it. You know what I'm saying? Stamp it. You know what I'm saying? If you know that the toothpaste is trash, that everybody getting healthy now, and this and that. Learn how to get those ingredients from across seasons, this and that. Whip your own, toothpaste up, and learn how to distribute it yourself. Own it. Own that market.
It's so easy for you to create a business. I was talking about when we was talking about the burden of being a single mother, and the dad's not being there, and they find a workshop for the kids and stuff, like teaching them how
Hmm.
to make candles. It's so
Hmm.
it's
Yeah.
'cause not only are they selling it, but they using it.
Right.
So they're helping their own skin, and
Exactly.
showing results, real life results.
Exactly. So that's back to that line I said where the 1% don't trade time for money. They own systems. That's their whole focus is I need to own systems so I
The
can
one
really lay.
percent their time.
I need to lay back. So I need to own some shit. I need to own the system. I need to own. People need
Just
to live somewhere. I want to own a home, so they got to rent the home for me.
so things. Oh, property, land. Land's a big
Own.
land. Very big one. Land. Um, people are buying. People are. It's a lot of people. Truck driving is always in high demand. Get a truck and rent
Mhm.
it out.
There you go.
You got to put a couple apps that people can deliver for. Get a truck and rent it out. So
There you
while you
go.
at work, somebody else is renting your truck out
Hmm.
and making money, and you making money off of them. Find your passion. Wealth disparity. Why is the wealth gap getting bigger? Why is the world becoming more and more homeless? Why these people who are rich is, you know, they got more money than they can live for. Like, I don't even think they're gonna see their bank account hit zero.
Mm. Money trees. Money trees. I'm gonna come out with a workshop for this. How to develop your own money trees.
And that's another thing. There's plenty of workshops out there. Engage. Find
Yeah.
some you pay for, some you don't, but it's worth it.
Hmm.
Information is worth it because you're learning.
Hmm.
Anytime you're learning something, it's a benefit. It's always a plus.
Yeah.
It's never a down to that.
Yeah.
Now,
Learn
you
that.
apply it is when
Hmm.
if you apply it and how you apply it is what
Hmm.
matters the most.
Yeah.
Because you can say anything out your mouth, and it can sound real good.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? When you dress a chicken Caesar salad up with all this type of dressing and ranch and everything, that's cheese and all that stuff. I mean, it can look good, but it might be disgusting,
Hmm.
and it's still gonna be a salad at the end of the day. So you ain't do nothing but add on to it.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
find the things that you like, find the things that you love, that you're passionate about, and come up
Hmm.
with your own ideas. You know what I
They
mean?
say this is if they're.
You can't do it a different way.
Hmm.
It's a
But
lot. It's a lot of different shampoo. It's a lot of different shampoos from different brands.
not everybody use
But at the end of the day,
preservatives. Not everybody use preservatives.
but at the end of the
Not
day, it's all still shampoo.
Yeah. I might not want to use preservatives. I need some homemade stuff. You always got a target audience. You always got a target audience.
Find your audience. Find out what you really want to do, and
That's
do it.
it.
Just do
Do
it.
it.
Don't think. Just do it.
Yep. Study
The
your market. Study
moment
what
you
people
start
need.
thinking, this is when your fears eat at you.
Mm-hmm.
The seeds of doubt come into play. You have to have that winner mindset. You have to go on in knowing that you're going to win, knowing that you're going to conquer. You got to have the discipline to stick to your plan.
Mm-hmm.
The rich are rich not because of just inheritance, but they can have the education all day. Don't mean they got the discipline to keep the money. They can make their family go bankrupt.
Mm-hmm.
So
Because
you still got to have the character.
because why? Because he's being a liability. He's spending.
Carry yourself like you already got money. You can become the money. You
That
can
money need to make money.
attract the money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It works in a lot of different ways, but it starts here in the
Mm-hmm.
mind. That's where it starts at. Creating a winner's mentality, knowing that you're going to win. Don't go out every day, aside from your job and tell yourself that you're going to make, you know, whatever be, 50, starting off with $50. I'm just starting small. You know what I mean? But you got to take baby steps, but baby steps get you long distances.
Mm-hmm.
So, start small and work your way up.
Mm-hmm.
Follow the yellow brick road. It's money ahead of you. From 50, I want to make 100 today. At the end of this week, I'm trying to make 1,000. Every week, that's my goal. Outside of having a job, you make 1,000
Mm-hmm.
or more. Whether middlemaning somebody else's services to this service and you get your cut off the top, or you selling some type of merchandise or providing some type of service.
Yep. Find what the market need and get in it.
And it's good for you to know the basics, supply and demand.
Yeah.
Understand what supply and demand is. Understand the basics of business. You know what I mean? Know the basic math. Know how to do numbers, subtraction, addition, multiplication, division, percentages. This is why education is important. This is why school is important. I might be in front of you talking real fast, talking numbers, and you might can't do it in your head, but you should be able to write this down or record it on your phone. But you don't even know how to add the numbers up because you chose to be illiterate. So education is important. You can't have somebody else doing it for you all the time. Look, all these people who got money and their money got stolen, like Mayweather being one of them. You know what I mean? But he wasn't the only one. There's a lot of celebrities who got their money, you know what I mean, snatched on the low by their managers or by other people in their camp that they trusted. And he was making millions, multi-millions. But why is the gap getting bigger? Why is there wealth disparity? Why is there disparity? Why is there such a huge gap between the rich and the poor? In fact, is there even still a middle class?
Nah.
Or did that completely collapse?
No, it's just no commit. It's no middle class.
So it's split. So it's just rich and it's poor.
Yep.
Is the poor getting poorer and the rich are getting richer?
I
How
mean,
do we reverse this?
I
Not
mean,
necessarily, hold
poor.
on, let me rephrase that. Not necessarily reverse it, but
I
balance the
mean,
scales. How can
middle
we
cl-
balance the scales?
middle class mean that you comfortable. Like right now, nobody's comfortable. Like you could lose your job right now and go homeless. So nobody's comfortable. I feel like
Hmm. That's a big one.
you
Why
know what
come?
I'm saying. You gotta get a couple hustles. You gotta keep money flowing. You know what I'm saying. You gotta keep. Well, we gotta keep money flowing, but you gotta keep your body at labor now. You know what
Like,
I'm saying.
and I heard from people that are filthy rich. The most important thing to them is taxes and their time. They
Hmm.
value their time and they care about the taxes.
Hmm.
That's it. And, oh, I'm sorry. And liabilities. Who can be a
Hmm.
liability to the company, or what can
Hmm.
be a liability to the company?
Yeah.
Those are
So
these are very important things.
yeah.
So while you working, the owner of the company is out living their life doing whatever they want to do, while the CEOs is running the company.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Ownership.
how are they doing this? They're doing this by, well, everything is padded, so you can't steal it. All the information surrounding their company and how they do it. But they teach the next person how to do it. But they're working for them. It's all under their company. Then they teach the next person how to do it. Then it's like a whole chain of people doing the same thing. And he's making buku money off these people doing the same thing he learned how to do. He trained them how to do it. But now that the stuff is protected through patent, he can go out and live his life as a company generate money doing what he taught them how to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's the same thing that you can do with your company as it builds and grows. Like I say, supply and demand. Know about supply and demand. When your items, there's when you got rare items or there's a short on your items, the price goes up.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a lot, when you have a lot of whatever it is that you're selling, the price goes down. It can be as simple as that, or it can be as complicated as you make it. Um, Try to build an understanding on these things and get your life right. Um, to shorten up this gap between the rich and the poor. Um, Stop surviving and start living and not just existing. This your boy Yasir Jones representing ISIS Entertainment. My co-host Mr. Austin Broomswood
Yes,
representing
sir.
AI innovations.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Get with him. He'll educate you on AI, technology, and how to
Which
use it
which could help your business out, help you actually own some stuff.
with your business.
Yep.
Um, and we'll help promote small businesses on the podcast. Um, Shout a few of the businesses out if you got one, and make more people aware that's in your area, whether that be
Mm-hmm.
from state to state, and let them know the type of products that you got to offer. You know what I mean? All you got to do is send your website in or your social media platform in where a lot of your merchandise is getting sold. So it's, this is not just about raising mental health awareness. It's about helping people. Period.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Unity, peace, love, and abundance. That's what this is about. And raising awareness. And because I feel like nowadays there's a lack of awareness on everything. People so caught up in their own stuff that's going on in their head and in their life
Mm-hmm.
that outside of that, people are not
Right.
aware that there's other realities other than your own.
Right. That actually could help you.
Um, and if you know some very wealthy people, try to learn as much as you can from them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's different ways to shorten up you know the wealth disparity.
Mm-hmm.
But key point in conversation: always educate yourself. Don't sell yourself short in your business. Everything start with you. You are your business. You are a business. If you can sell yourself to the opposite sex to get a phone number, you know what I mean, or for a date, you can sell yourself, you know what I mean, in front of other business owners and get them to buy into what you're selling. You know what I mean? So start with the confidence. Start with you. Start with the mind. It's time to start closing this gap and start balancing the scales. You know what I mean? So that way we can, help each other out and build and build. It shouldn't be only specific stores in specific areas. It should be all stores in every area. You shouldn't have to drive all the way here just to go to this store. I mean, let me rephrase that because, case in point, it is some high quality stores that you should have to drive to. You should, at least make you feel different, make you feel better about money for the quality. You know what I mean? The area, the location. The location is everything. The type of people who come in there. You know,
Mhm.
but it's the mindset. Everything starts in the mind. You fix your mindset, your approach, your presentation. Um, you change up, you know, your circle,
Say,
people
mind over matter.
the people you associated with, um, and you surround yourself with people who are not just career driven but ambitious, who are knowledgeable, uh, and who have people who are willing to help you, resources that's willing to help you. Okay. Again, it's your boy Yasir Jones, representing Isaacs Entertainment. My co-host Austin Brunswick.
Mhm.
Go on Instagram, Isaacs Clothing. Check out the prices, the colors. You know what I mean, and put your order in. If you don't have a Instagram, you can also go to Facebook, BG Jones. Check out the clothing, check out the prices, pick out your favorite color, and we'll get that to you. Peace and love and happiness. All right, y'all.
Uh,